guys. Operate probably about 110% all the time. Jimmy Havoc with a basement drop kick.
And again,
Tax, what is Janela doing here?
high five. Whoa. Completely missed. Pick up.
Match count in the standings. Does it count in the rankings? A victory or a loss here?
A win is a win, I guess. Pump handle pickup.
Oh! And Shane Strickland, you know that. He's gonna need a couple of big wins in order to get into that conversation, though. This one here could help him on the way, but wow, I mean, driving the edge of a chair into a man's ribs.
Yeah, and it's in the shoulder as well. Trying to cut off the wind supply. I tell you, he bounced right back.
Oh my God! Right over the... Anything goes in this matchup.
Uh-oh. This does not look good.
Oh my!
On the table, on the door, on the Death Valley driver, on the chair. Jimmy Havoc's come alive. Jimmy Havoc sets him down. 1, 2, 3, and he beat him.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, England's most dangerous man, Jimmy Havoc!
Here's, what is it, 5 quid? Is that what you idiots call it? You just take this, you lay down, I pin you. You get to leave all of these idiots that clearly nobody would ever care about, and we go on our merry way because I'm better than you, and you know it.
Does he really think £5 is going to cover it? He claims intelligence, but he thinks he can buy anybody on the planet for £5 to lose a match. Goodness me. Tom Scarborough's looking at the £5. Well, Jimmy's not going to take it, is he? Oh no! Oh no! I told you he was a purveyor of paper cuts, of the Queen of England! Just went straight between the fingers of Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and here we go! We are straight away in Jimmy Havoc's playground. And MJF does not want to be amongst the people in Milton Keynes because Havoc loves to brawl there. Jimmy Havoc is determined to go on a blaze of glory here as the action spills to the outside. Stay right with us. And welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here on International Pro Wrestling, and MJF has been beaten around Unit 9 here in Milton Keynes during the break. Oh! No! He poked a boot. Oh, Jimmy Havoc is not going to change for anybody. MJF screaming, no Jimmy, no Jimmy. Oh, look at this. The smarts of Jimmy Havoc to realise that there was a target on MJF. Uh-oh. Target's gone. Target's exposed, and Jimmy Havoc is attacking MJF with extreme prejudice. He's saying that's enough. As you can clearly tell, Tom Scarborough Royale can only be seen on the IWN and IWNlive.net. Oh, you may see forums like that on the IWN, maybe not from Jimmy Havoc, but from others. What a shot that was to MJF. 175 or so pounds of Jimmy Havoc crushing into the man he says he's better than you. Uh-oh, he's in the launch position. Could be thinking that rolling Death Valley driver. Jimmy drives all of his weight. Oh, Jimmy Havoc was begging to be hit, but he got spat on. And I'll tell you what, that was probably the worst thing he could have done. He's saying spin his mouth. Come on, don't do that. Jimmy, what are you doing? Oh my goodness me! Oh, he spits it back. I'll tell you what, Jimmy's sucking him in. Couldn't pop her there. What the hell? Well, MJF clearly has a death wish. Because I tell you what, if Jimmy Havoc gets that chair in his hands, he's going to knock Friedman's head off his shoulders.
I'm going to tell Cody to fire your ass.
Oh, low blow while Scarborough Mark was dead. Goes for the Rainmaker. That's a Rainmaker for Havoc. Middle of the ring. 2. Havoc wins in his final match in MK.
Smile, given the backup he has, literally right behind him. Like we said though, Drake needs to be careful not to poke the bear as Havoc pokes the eyes of Santos and Dunn.
Jimmy Havoc might not need backup.
Drake is not in his element, Havoc is. The hardcore title
Hey,
is something that Havoc lives and breathes.
don't you dare discount the...
Oh, right hand from Havoc. Havoc's as perplexed as I am by this.
What are they doing? They're giving it a good old college try. Oh, it's Drake! Well, wouldn't it have been something if Drake fit in the bag?
His chances of winning this hardcore title might be fitting in this bag. They are diminishing by the minute here.
Well, all 3 of the anti-fun police fitting into the plans of Jimmy Havoc as he just simply smashes the hell out of them with that chair. He wants another one. One's not enough.
Havoc choosing, again, not to bring out reinforcements with him here, and clearly it's looking like a pretty solid decision so far, because Havoc is very much in control.
God only knows what goes on in the mind of the demon that is Jimmy Havoc. Hardcore icon here in Defiant Wrestling.
Oh wow, the crowd asked for it. Ask and you shall receive. Jimmy Havoc, the god of hardcore, granting the request, answering the prayers of this crowd. Drake looks like he's having some fun, which I assume would be frowned upon.
Oh, that can't be fun.
I think you called it poking the bear. That is exactly what Drake has done here, apparently.
Poking something.
Because he's right by that table. Oh, Havoc takes out Santos, takes out Dunn. He's got Drake on his shoulder.
No.
Drake to the table. The Death Valley driver from Jimmy Havoc, the cover. And Jimmy Havoc is still the heart.
This reminds me of the stories you'd read about a night out with Ollie Reed and Keith Moon back in the 70s. Oh, and the beer's gone all over the place.
I think Tremont lost that. Oh, this time. No! I've said it once, not many times. I never ever want to know what it's like to take a staple to the forehead from Jimmy Havoc.
So I never thought I'd say the sentence, Tremont is bleeding from the ironing board to the head of the second staple.
You'd have thought the staple would have stopped the wound, really. No!
Oh, he's got a thin piece of wood. He's going to try and jab that wood into Tremont's head, into that wound. Oh!
Oh, no!
Scarborough's got the health and safety gloves on. Oh, it's just biting that wound. He spit a staple out.
Oh, make it try!
And Havoc's got the chair seat.
I thought it was a tray. It is. You're right, it's a chair seat. Tremont is still holding on somehow.
Eye poke. Tremont holds on to that middle rope. And through the table he
Goodness
goes.
gracious me!
Jimmy gets the lever.
No! No! Come on, no! Holy shit! Boy! Goodness gracious me, Dean!
There's a little bit of me that feels kind of guilty now. Oh my God.
Oh, he's gonna, if you could iron him, you know, Dean. He could actually iron him. He's scraping all those cuts and all that citric acid. Tremont's got him. What's he gonna do with him? No, not on the chair! Reversible Havoc! Reversible Havoc!
Out of all of this, a sunset flip in your death match.
Oh, he's putting the foot into the wound!
He's thumb to the eye, not thumb to the eye, toe to the eye.
It doesn't feel right to say, does it?
Stapler. Oh, he's still got the stapler.
How many staples does he put in Tremont's head? Oh no, he's sticking the pins right in him.
Tom Scarborough's carrying that seat around to give himself something to make a 3 count on.
He looks queasy, doesn't he?
Oh, he just stomped Tremont's head in those thumbtacks. Look at Tremont's head. Tremont has got the drawing pins, the thumbtacks stuck in his face, in those wounds. This is inhuman.
He's walking across pins, blood, wood. Jimmy Havoc is a maniac. In bare feet as well.
And Tremont rolls out the way and Havoc says, no, I know where I want you. And oh! So he DDTs him on the pile of pins to make sure he stays where he is. Tremont is now lying on the pins. He just pulled one out of his elbow. He's pulled one out of his head, but he hasn't got the strength to pull himself up from the canvas just now.
And he's in a really bad position here, Dean. Havoc showing the Haskins. And there is Haskins.
Well, we said that Jimmy Havoc wouldn't interfere in Mark Haskins' match, but Mark Haskins certainly interferes in Matt Tremont's match.
The pins are sticking in the back of the American Deathmatch Specialist. They go for that assisted. The assisted Rainmaker. Oh, no. No, you can't. Oh, my God. That ironing ball has become dust. And that's it.
And Jimmy Havoc. You know, Jimmy Havoc, the hometown boy.
Oh. Sorry, Dean.
Okay, we weren't expecting that.
What start does it mean to go on? Double-footed foot scrape by the king of the Goths himself.
That looks like a rather large...
Is it a pen? Is it a knife? What is that?
I don't think it's
some sort of spike.
I was going to say it's a spike of some sort. Seeing his opponent putting some plunder, as Dusty Rhodes would call it, underneath the ring. And they're right by us.
I don't know where they are, Eddie.
They're right beside us. And this does not look good. I think they've gone.
The commentary table has just defecated itself. Jimmy Havoc.
That's for kissing me.
He's going to town. Whoa.
And we apologise if you heard that rather intense language.
I tell you what, that shot from that right hand from Jimmy Havoc was almost as lethal as one of those trays. What a wallop!
Oh! We apologise for that language, but if you've ever had a drawing pin stuck in your head, you'd probably say the same thing.
We would say don't try this at home. I mean, they are really just designed for message boards.
And Jimmy Havoc is many things, but he's not a message board. And this one's turned.
It means a lot of people are moving quite slow. Two people in England who are not moving slowly, and Jimmy Havoc and Jimmy Jacobs.
And I think he just stapled the nether regions.
Oh, he's already had a pin in there.
Well, you know, we're back to the message boards, aren't we? When you run out of drawing pins, you go to the staples. And this one's turned ugly, but to be fair, did we ever expect anything less?
This place, by the time this match is finished, is going to resemble an office because we've got tables, we've got pins, we've got staples.
I don't know where the hell you work, Slatter, but if someone put a stapler in my knackers, I'd be calling HR.
My God, DVT through the table!
That cut up that little bit more.
And that's impairing his vision here. Surely Dean. Oh!
Indeed.
He's going through the mind of the former 5-time Ring of Honor world champion, or tag team champion, I should say.
Oh, he's grabbed his tongue. No! Oh, paper cut to the tongue. Hang on a minute.
Mark Haskins!
He's returning the favour.
No!
And Jacobs is going to go
Oh my
through.
God!
No!
Oh my goodness me! Double foot stomp!
Oh my God, the drawing pins are sticking in Jacobs' flesh. Acid Rainmaker
What a kick
and
at the
a kick
same time!
combo.
Lethal from Jimmy.